This video will go over the basics of KML files and how they can be integrated into FUDSChem. KML stands for Keyhole Markup Language. Its sister, KMZ, stands for Keyhole Markup Language Zipped, which is a compressed version. Both can be exported from FUDSChem to Google Earth. KML files can also be uploaded to the FUDSChem library to allow other users to include them in exports. Additionally, sampling locations such as decision units can be associated with a KML file to define their shape on a map. Opening a KML file in Notepad reveals that it is based on an XML format. The file can contain geographic information such as single-point locations, polygons, or 3D models. Additionally, the file includes style information that controls things like color. KML files can be created in programs like ArcGIS by a GIS professional. They can also be created using the tools in Google Earth, which is a free download available to everyone. Google Earth can also convert shape files to KML. Let's open Google Earth. First, we'll go over how to import a shapefile. Select File, then click Import. Select the file type, in this case, .shp. Select the file and click Open. A pop-up window will appear asking if you want to apply a style template to the features, but it is not necessary as it can be adjusted later. In the Places bar on the left, check the box next to the layer to make it visible. Right-click the layer and select Properties to change things such as the name, color, and balloon text. This layer could be saved as a KML and added to the FUDSChem library for inclusion in future exports. In addition to importing files, we can also create boundaries, building footprints, and other attributes directly in Google Earth. Historical imagery can be used to create KML layers if necessary. We have an image that shows a TCE plume from this area, and we want to add the plume to our map. First, we'll add the image to Google Earth. Click the Add Image Overlay button at the top of the screen. Select the desired image using the Browse button. The image can be moved and adjusted by moving the four corners to the desired locations. For this example, we've predetermined the coordinates of the four corners of the image. Click OK to set the overlay into position. To create a new layer for our plume, click Add Polygon. Name the layer and adjust the style and color. Before clicking OK, draw the shape over the top of the image. Holding down the mouse will allow you to draw without clicking each time. Click OK. Uncheck the photo to see the plume. The polygon and polyline buttons can be used to create layers as well, without referencing a photograph. Once a layer has been created, it can be uploaded and stored in the FUDSChem library. Adding KML files to the library will allow other users to include them in Google Earth exports in the future. First, we will export the layer out of Google Earth. To do so, ensure that the checkbox next to the layer is checked and that it is visible on the map. If the box isn't checked, then the layer will not be visible when exported. Right-click on the layer in the Places bar and select Save Place As. Save the layer as a KML file. Once a KML layer has been saved, we can upload it to the FUDSChem library. In FUDSChem, go to Tools, Library, File Submission. Upload the KML file. Once the file has been uploaded, click the Notepad icon to adjust the metadata. The publication date is the date the file was created. Permit access to general users. File category is the project site, in this case, Camp Richards. Subcategory is KML layers. Author organization is whoever created the file. You can select the name from the dropdown or start typing to find it. If the author you need is not available, send us a request and we can add it. Coverage is also the project site, in this case, Camp Richards. Choose an assigned reviewer. This may be the USACE geologist, chemist, or someone else, depending on your project. Then, check the box for Notify Reviewer on Certify. This will send the reviewer an automated notification when we certify the file. When you are finished entering the metadata, click Save and Certify. Once the file is approved, it will be available for users to export. Go to Maps, Export to Google Earth, and expand the Camp Richards property. We can see that it is selectable here. Note that KML files representing decision units can be linked directly to the sampling locations instead of being uploaded to the library. If decision unit shapes are defined prior to sampling, then the best practice is to attach the KML files directly to the location data. This is done under Tools, Data Submission. In this case, you would click Create a File. As you enter the location data, use the KML file import feature to link a KML file to each decision unit. Alternatively, you can send your Synectics point of contact a KML file later on, with each location clearly labeled. Synectics will then link the spatial data to the correct locations. If we go back to Maps, Export to Google Earth, we can export Camp Richards. Once it's open, we can see that the decision unit is represented by this shape, since a KML file was linked to this location. Clicking on the shape allows us to access data associated with the location. Don't forget to subscribe to the FUDSChem YouTube channel for more tutorial videos. All of the tutorials and playlists mentioned during this video are linked in the description below. Lastly, if you have questions or comments, feel free to contact us at fuds.support@synectics.net. Thank you.